Welcome to In the Loop. My name is Lupin the Third. For those of you who don't know or you're new to the channel, I am a producer. I'm also addicted to scouring the news for like new gear, news, anything audio, anything in the production world, any new tips, tricks, new machines that are coming out, software updates. I figure since I'm always looking for those, why not enlighten others and bring the news to you as well, in case you missed it. So today on the docket, we have a software update with Serato DJ. Other than producing, I'm also one half of the DJ producer duo Trill Team 6. We do remixes, we do shows. If you want to work, if you want to connect, hit us up. But we have an update with Serato DJ to Serato DJ 4.0. As of right now, it's still in beta for Pro and DJ Lite. You can join the beta via Serato's forum. I'm excited to see what they're going to come out with. I know we both wanted some updates with the software. Some of the new tools they have are they'll now display the crate duration, size, and track count at the bottom of the interface, while the individual tracks can be assigned an emoji-based rating system. Interesting. Emojis on the tracks and the crates, so you can visually see what that is. I guess that could help, to be honest. Visual cues instead of just writing, I think might pop out more, might help more with overall, track selection, especially in a fast-paced environment. You're looking for a certain song. You can just look at a symbol versus wording. So I guess they're really just making it easier to be able to locate your tracks, find your tracks. I know our setup has a lot of tracks involved, so hopefully these improvements will make it easier to find the tracks, especially right when you need them. It's nothing like trying to find a track and you can't in the moment when you need it while you're performing. It's not the sexiest of updates, but I think people get too caught up in the look of something. Oh, I need a UI improvements. I need the design to look better. And I'm like, I just need it to work better. I don't care what it looks like. Plus it's music. What does it sound like? That is Serato DJ 4.0 update. Again, join the beta via Serato's forum. What do we have next here? Let's see what gear we have. Oh yeah, this one interests me right here. Okay, so this first piece of gear that we have is the Polar Go by Black Star Amplification. I guess they're designating this as a all-in-one pocket-sized stereo recording studio. One of those, whether you're a musician, singer-songwriter, live streamer, or podcaster, we make creating content as easy as pressing record. Me being a mobile producer, I like things that cut the bulk of recording equipment and be able to let you bring the equipment in the outside world and see where you're inspired. But I guess there's a built-in stereo microphone, which is kind of cool. I wonder if you can just put it like by grand pianos, or if you're out and about and want to record some atmosphere or environmental noise, maybe that can help. I would imagine it's better than phone audio. They have DSP on board, EQ, and reverb. Okay, here we go. So there's 4 inputs, the Pro Capture built-in left and right mic, there's a headset mic, and an XLR jack, the combi jack input, and it has phantom power. Oh, and there's a built-in rechargeable battery. It can record for 4 hours. That's cool. Dual USB-C sockets, so you can power while you're recording. There's an input knob, output knob, and then your headphone jack, which doubles as a headset mic. So yeah, I think content creators would benefit from having one of these, especially if you're on the move. Okay, cool. And then you can connect to, so I could use this connecting to my iPad, since I'm iPad only, but I guess you can connect to phones, you can connect to all that. They also have the Polar Go app. I'm a big fan of apps to be able to control the interface. And it's geared a little more towards guitars as far as their, they have a audio magic wand feature in the app. Let the app analyze your recording and apply a perfect tone with one click. They have in-app video recording, and then you can tweak your settings and presets. So, no, this looks viable for $129.99. I'd like to hear the quality of audio it records. It can fit in your bag, has an internal battery, and then you have your DSP. It's worth a try for $129.99. That is the Polar Go audio interface by Black Star Amplifications. Next, we have the Kali Audio HP1 headphones. I get particular when it comes to headphones. I usually keep with me some sort of mixing headphones, but then as far as Bluetooth headphones and wireless just for like casual listening or podcasts or whatever, I usually have my AirPod Pro 2 as of right now. Those have been a go-to. work seamlessly with the phone. They're lightweight, sound good enough. But I would love a hybrid headphone that you can plug in and mix analog, but then also double to have your wireless capability, your noise canceling, like all the bells and whistles of a headphone for travel, but also be able to plug in and utilize them for mixing. They make good studio monitors. A friend of mine swears by them. These headphones are priced at $199. Let's take a look at what they got going on. 40 hours of battery life. Interesting. They have tuning modes. Okay. They have a studio mode, which they deem as transparent, accurate tuning that will translate faithfully. Then there's a bass heavy mode, I guess similar to headphones that are popular with hip hop fans and producers. I feel like when I hear that, they're pushing that towards anyone that has subs in the trunk and you can't hear anything else on the song but the subs in the trunk and the rattle of the loose screws. But I feel like a lot of consumer headphones are geared more towards bass. And then they have the consumer tuning mode, which mimics the headphones sold alongside smartphones and tablets. So I'm guessing that one is like the, earbud, the Apple earbuds, or any of those headphones that used to come with the phone back when they gave you more for your money, but wired or wireless connection. I would just love to see how they sound mixing wise, and I like more of a flat response. I don't want anything too boosted, so then I can do all the boosting myself while I'm mixing. Bluetooth controls on the side, and then again that 440 plus hour battery life off a single charge. That's a big plus. 40 millimeter driver size. Active noise canceling. Okay, frequency response is 18 hertz to 22 kilohertz. So there's a 3.5 millimeter stereo plug. Okay. I may be getting these to try out. Unless Cali Audio, you want to send them to me and I will try them for you. They might fit my whole setup as far as mobile production and my listening pleasures. They come with the headphone, USB-C charging cable, 3.5 millimeter cable, and the 1/4-inch 3.5 millimeter adapter. I believe they come with a case too. A comfortable vegan leather headband, replaceable vegan leather ear cups, and an included carrying case. Okay, so this might be a good look. These Cali Audio HP ones are on my radar. I will be getting a pair to try out, and they might be just what I've been looking for. We shall see. All right, what do we have next here? A new American startup, Tiny Vinyl. They launched some, you guessed it, Tiny Vinyl. They're launching 4-inch single records. They can be played on a standard turntable at 33 RPMs, but even at the slower speed, they can only fit 4 minutes per side. That's not bad. Especially nowadays, fast music, you guys are making like 15-second songs. Only kidding. But really, realistically, we have songs from anywhere from a minute to 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. So 4 minutes per side isn't actually bad, especially with people's attention spans. I think you can give somebody something for 4 minutes. But if you have a record player and you're listening to vinyl, I'm guessing you like to listen to music and not just skim through it. You like a hearty, wholesome audio meal versus some fast food chips like TikTok songs. But hey, they all have their place. Okay, Tiny Vinyl entered a partnership with Target, and they're promoting the new singles on their website. That's pretty cool. Who's already in it? Gracie Adams, Doechii, the Rolling Stones, Motley Crue, Lola Young. Okay, cool. So they're already rolled out with this. That's dope. Dang, they retail at $14.99 for a little 4-inch. But I wonder if you can get them right from the company. Let's see. Let's go to tinyvinyl.com. Let's take a peek. Okay, fully functional, collectible, traditional. Okay, that's pretty cool to have a small vinyl, 4 inches, with the vinyl case. No, that looks cool. I would definitely create some of those, maybe for some beats or for some music with the Loop in the Third, Blase Connoisseur link up. But no, that's cool. So go check out tinyvinyl.com. I think this is a dope idea. Works on standard turntables, and it's a cool way to present your music to your fans, to your listeners. No, I like this idea. I think it's a good one. Go check out Tiny Vinyl. Any of you artists, press one up. Let me know what you think if you use them and get a vinyl pressed up. All right, let's see what else we got. In the news, we have a new survey shows over half of Gen Z have already experienced hearing problems. That's no bueno. What are we getting this from? Surveys done from the Royal National Institute for Deaf People. the RNID. They suggest that over half of Gen Z already experience hearing issues due to their exposure to loud music. Let's see what the sample size is of this. Okay, so they only asked 2,000 people aged between 18 and 28 whether they experienced tinnitus or temporary hearing loss or both, to which 58% responded in the affirmative. 75% said they were aware of the risk of permanent hearing loss. Despite this, 35% said they did not plan on wearing earplugs or hearing protection. But to be fair, it says it's the same as other age groups. Once I learned that the cilia, the hairs in your ear, vibrate, catching sound waves, and that's how you hear. Once I learned that losing those hairs, they're gone and you can't grow them back, kind of scared me, because being in audio, being in music, hearing is everything. So I'm not trying to ruin my ears. But I think people, they have the misconception of earplugs being ruining the music, ruining your listening experience, but they make headphones for that, to protect your ears, especially if you frequent concerts, if you love going to festivals and you're around a lot of loud music, loud noises. Just take care of your ears. And I think festivals should be giving out free earplugs and make them comfortable, because I think that would save everybody's hearing. And think about it like this. Companies, you want people to have good ears so they can hear the music that you're utilizing to make money. Don't ruin your customer base. But, oh, this is dope. So if you're concerned about your hearing, the RNID offers a free online hearing test that you can access by going to rnid.org.uk. Let me see if they have one for the US. rnid.org. Yep, rnid.org.uk, and you can go get a hearing test. All right, y'all. Take care of your ears. If you got the money, go get fitted for some earplugs. They form-fit your ear canals, kind of like when you see artists that are wearing headphones in their ears. Those are called in-ear monitors, and that's how they're monitoring the music of the concert or their performance. But they also make headphones for people to enjoy loud environments. So if you have the money, go get those, and if not, stand further back. What else do we have? The Tom Petty keyboardist, Benmont Tench, says that being produced by Rick Rubin on the Johnny Cash album was like solving a puzzle. He said, "Rick, I'm playing one note. How do I play less?" So he was speaking to Vulture, and I guess Rick Rubin, if you guys aren't familiar with Rick Rubin, he's produced for like the Beastie Boys, System of a Down, Jay-Z. He helped on the Black Album. He helped Kanye with the Yeezus album. He's helped countless artists with their music. He has a great podcast. He's a great mind, I think, with creativity. Definitely check out his book. Rick Rubin is one of the guys I'm very interested in as far as his working process, and he's into an energy. And one of the things he said is he doesn't want anything to get in the way of the song. So I know when Kanye was working with him, he was telling Ye to like strip back some of the things, like take things out, like a less is more if you're doing too much. The keyboardist said, it was hard for me to find myself on the song because of its simplicity. And then he goes on to say, Rick said, have a pass on the piano. I did my thing, and he said, that's great. It's just what I want, but you're playing too many notes. You need to simplify. So then he simplified. Rick said, that's great, but it's still too much. Then he simplified again. Rick said, that's great, but it's still too much. And I guess the keyboardist, in one spot, he played one note, and he said, that's great, do that, but play less and it'll be perfect. So I guess he said, Rick, I'm playing one note, how can I play less? But he played one note and he played it quieter, and I guess that's what did it. And I think it's a feeling, you know? I've seen some of the footage of Rick Rubin in the studio, and it's more of a feeling than anything. You can overcomplicate things. I think we're in an era where we are overcomplicating things all the time, adding too much, too many bells and whistles. We're back to the rhinestones on everything, gaudy, overdone, super extravagant. And when you strip things away to their essence, I think it resonates more. But no, definitely go check out anything really by Rick Rubin. Get familiar. I'm pretty sure you'll be inspired. I like his take on creativity and how it flows through us. If the idea comes to you, utilize the idea, or that idea will go to somebody else. You are the receiver of the message from the ether. So get to receiving and create them ideas that come to you. Okay, so I guess during Sabrina Carpenter's Lollapalooza set in Chicago on Sunday the 3rd of August, she performed with Earth, Wind & Fire, which is dope. I think anybody, I don't care who you are, what type of music you're doing, any of that, if you get a chance to perform with Earth, Wind & Fire, that's amazing. I've sampled plenty Earth, Wind & Fire. I don't think they have a bad song. So they got the call 24 hours before the show. So they got the private plane for them and their entourage. They hopped on the plane at 7 in the morning. They went in and had rehearsal, and I guess it was a quick, sketchy rehearsal. Bailey said he was almost concerned about it. But I guess by that evening, they dialed everything in, and kudos to Sabrina Carpenter. He said he guessed she did her homework on what verses she was going to take. And I guess he said they went out and floated on all that energy. But now that's dope to be able to perform with Earth, Wind & Fire. And that's just a testament to how good they are at their craft and how amazing of musicians they are to be able to go in within 24 hours, have an amazing show. In a collaboration nonetheless. So the show ran, I'm guessing, not like their usual show, because Sabrina Carpenter was there and it was Lollapalooza. He goes to say, sometimes things work and oftentimes they don't. But he said her energy and their energy were very compatible and complementary toward one another. When people work hard, work well, and have intention on what they want to do, you are able to do so much more, especially in collaboration. So kudos to Sabrina Carpenter for paying homage to Earth, Wind & Fire and getting them out in Lollapalooza. This last story we have from my favorite musician of all time, the greatest, Prince Rogers Nelson. The former Revolution keyboard player, Lisa Coleman, uncovered her own vault of classic Prince recordings, and I am jealous. I am very jealous. She found a whole collection of cassettes in her loft. Damn, she had them just up in the attic. Some of Prince's unreleased material. He wrote so much music for so many people. Damn, they got the Venus de Milo long and short versions, a track from the Prince and the Revolution's 1986 album, Parade, and Neon Telephone, which he wrote under his Joey Coco pseudonym. Prince was the one. That's another one that really cared about the craft, cared about his musicianship, cared about his presentation, and went against the grain and did whatever he wanted, however he wanted. And we can all take notes from that. Do what you want, how you want, and be who you are, who you feel like. You know, you don't have to force anything. Prince was the one. Rest in peace to Purple Rain. But that is all we have for In the Loop this week. Stay tuned, reach out. Let me know what stories you come across in the news. Any gear that's coming out, let me know. I'm always interested and I'm addicted. So I am Looping the Third, and I will catch you on another one.